The year is 2046. The setting, the American Southwest. You are a mafia captain in the employ of the Balaskara crime family. Your crew's territory is the fictional town of Santa and Famia, where you will complete hits, steal cars, and property extort protection. Money from shopkeepers, smuggle drugs, and do other assorted crimes to earn money for the family and move up in the ranks. Just your average day in the life of a mafia capo. You have all the usual mafia tropes like respect and ratting out your fellow mobsters being punishable by death. There is also an honor system that determines how much respect you get from both the player and the AI characters. For example, if you let a wounded enemy escape instead of finishing them off, you'll gain some honor, but lose money. If you turn in a big score to the family, you'll gain even more honor. But if you double-cross the family, well, you're dead meat. So you always need to keep an eye on your honor level, which can affect dialogue options with other characters. You begin the game with a couple of small jobs. But soon enough, you'll be sent out to take out a rival gangbanger named Chino Cortez. It's pretty obvious that this guy is going to become a recurring character in the story. He wears a purple suit, a purple shirt, and a purple tie, and drives a ridiculously fast purple Lamborghini. But what isn't obvious is that he's one of the most well-written video game characters I've ever seen, at least for a supporting character. He's cocky, disrespectful, talks a lot of trash, and you just want to smack him upside the head. Mission accomplished. After dispatching Chino, his boss El Chapo declares war on the Balaskara family and sends out his own men to attack you on the street. Now things start to heat up as you try to stop El Chapo's men from taking over your turf. After eliminating several of El Chapo's men, including his lieutenant, who has the best death animation I've ever seen, it's time to pay the big boss a visit. The ensuing battle is cinematic. Guards shoot at you from behind cover, but there's no way they were gonna hit you, because you have the best cover system in the world. Yep, you heard me right. This game actually makes you use cover properly. So anytime you're not behind cover, a red indicator appears above your health bar letting you know you're vulnerable. If you take damage while in the open, you lose health. If you take damage while behind cover, nothing happens. It works perfectly. So there's really no reason to ever half-ass using cover again in any video game ever. Ever. This means that every firefight plays out like a scene from a third-person shooter movie. You move from one piece of cover to another, firing your weapon and taking shots while your enemies pop their heads up from behind their own bits of cover and return fire. It's exciting, it's dynamic, it looks great, and you always feel like John Rambo or Max Payne when playing. Oh yeah, baby. But of course, like any self-respecting mafia member, you'll eventually own a Tommy gun. And yes, you can indeed use those bad boys while in cover, making you even more unstoppable than before. Hooray. So back to the story. After killing El Chapo and his men, you've successfully defended your family's turf. Time to sit back and relax, right? Well, not quite. Turns out that the real power behind El Chapo was a mysterious figure known only as Don Corleone, who also happens to be the father of Chino Cortez. As the game progresses, you'll find out that he's also the reason why the Balaskara family lost control of the strip mall where they laundered money and why the family was attacked in the first place. He's basically the godfather of all mob families in the area, and you'll eventually have to face him in a final showdown. Bye. But there are several obstacles in your way, like a mole within the Balaskara family who's been feeding intel to the police. This plotline keeps you guessing until the very end, as you try to figure out who the mole is. I won't spoil it for you, but when you find out, you'll probably slap yourself in the face for not figuring it out sooner. As you play through the game, you'll notice that all of the side quests and activities are actually quite interesting. Unlike the fetch quests you usually get in Mafia games, at one point you have to pull off a heist where you have to sneak into a heavily guarded research lab to steal hard drives containing sensitive information. Another time you have to rescue a kidnapped scientist from a cartel safe house. There's even a couple of races against Chino Cortez where you have to destroy his car to win. These aren't boring side quests. They're fun and engaging and add a nice change of pace to the Mafia formula. Of course, this wouldn't be a Mafia game without a decent story, and this game definitely delivers. The cutscenes are well written, well directed, and well acted. Plus, you can replay them whenever you want in case you missed something important, or just want to relive a cool moment. And trust me, you'll want to do that. There's even a couple of twists in the story that I didn't see coming. Even though I thought I had a pretty good idea of what was going on, it turns out I was completely wrong. And the ending is absolutely fantastic. This might be one of the best endings in any game ever. No joke. Oh, and did I mention that this game also has a multiplayer component? You can team up with other players online and tackle a bunch of co-op missions like stealing trucks, robbing armored cars, and taking out rival gangsters. On top of that, the developers regularly release free DLC packs that add new weapons, characters, vehicles, and story missions. One of the DLC packs even lets you play as Chino Cortez. Yeah, finally, a chance to play as the purple Lamborghini driving trash talker. Now, let's talk about the settings. You'll explore a massive open world full of towns, cities, highways, and plenty of places to hide bodies. The graphics are excellent, and the draw distance is insane. You can see forever in this game. Plus, it runs smoothly on a wide range of hardware. You can even play it on low-end systems at 720p, with low settings at 30 frames per second. Not bad at all for a game with such high production values. Another thing that stands out about this game is the soundtrack. The music is amazing and fits the tone of each scene perfectly. Seriously, listen to this. It doesn't matter if you're exploring the map, running from the cops, or having a shootout with rival gangsters. The music just adds another layer of awesomeness to the experience. Overall, Mafia, Cold Crown, Hot Barrel, is the best Mafia game since Mafia. It's got everything going for it. A great story, likable characters, excellent writing, smooth gameplay, a fantastic soundtrack, and loads of stuff to do. Plus, it's constantly being updated with new content. What more could you ask for? This game is the epitome of quality and is highly recommended. That's it for the video. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment below to let me know what you think. Also, don't forget to check out my other videos. You might just find something you like even more. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.